we're going to talk a little bit today about the August garden while I hide from our 100-degree sun and just kind of chill out here in the shade from the green stalk. It's been kind of a difficult year gardening. Last year was way more pleasant to garden in. Hi, buddy. Are you going to help me? Meow, you're so sweet. And today marks, our 16th day of highs in the 100s. So that's been fun. I have pretty much surrendered all my tomatoes. I'll show them here in a little bit, but I was able to cut off a bunch of the suckers and I will be replanting those. Most of them are cherry tomatoes, but some of them are slicers. I did expand the garden a little bit this year. We have 4 new 4x2 beds that I showed in, I don't know if it was a June or July garden tour, but it was kind of a long time ago. It's just been hard to get out here and film, so I think what I'm gonna do is just film some shorter videos for you guys. Sometimes it's just hard to plan out a really long and lengthy video when I might only have 10 minutes, 20 minutes out here a day. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna finish weeding the bed and then we'll go show you the tomatoes. Before we get on to the tomatoes, I did want to kind of show you how the green stalk is doing. This is my first year growing in the green stalk. These are chives and basil. I did have the green stalk last summer, but I got it really late in the season. I think it was in June or July, and the summers just got too hot here. Thought it was kind of hard to get things going once it was so hot. But I planted most of these out in April, I think. And a lot of it's still doing pretty good. There are some fixes that need to be made. This is chard. Somehow just kept going this entire summer. And look, even though it's 100 degrees out, you have brand new little baby leaves, which is wild. Parsley is a little crispy, but otherwise doing good. I had a volunteer sage plant that I threw in here. Most of this is basil. And here's an eggplant that I haven't gotten yet. I'm pretty sure this eggplant's not supposed to be orange. That's the only eggplant that's come on there. Got a couple pepper plants that are doing pretty good. You can tell I've not even been out here to pick some of these. Down here I'm growing a toothache plant, which has done really good this year. I already have the tincture going. I'll link the video down there. It's actually a pretty fun thing to do. And it got us really through cold season really well and sore throats. So I'm excited to have more for this year. There's like an oregano growing. But yeah, for the most part, there's a bunch of empty pockets. Definitely some pockets that need filled as we start moving into fall. So I definitely want to get those planted in the next couple weeks. Probably with mostly succession sowing. Might try some cucumbers or like container squash or something like that. But the green stalk has fallen over twice this summer. We had a couple, I'm gonna put you down while I talk about this. We had a couple rough storms come through this summer. I think one was in June and then the other was July 4th, like literally the night of July 4th, where we clocked in almost 100-mile-an-hour winds. And I knew storms were coming, So this was the second storm. So I was like, I'm gonna go water the green stalk so it doesn't fall over this time, because it fell over the last time when we had, I think it was maybe an 80, 85, 90 mile an hour wind gust. So I was like, there's storms coming. We'll go water it. So I watered the green stalk fully, like literally every pocket from the top. And I was like, cool, we're good. No, it was literally like a destructive wind event where we clocked in almost 100 mile an hour wind gusts. Yeah, the green stalk was toast. I lost some pretty tall sunflowers. They kind of snapped in half. A lot of my trellises and like these supports were like lifted up out of the ground. So it was pretty crazy. Weather-wise, we have not had a great season. We had storms, and now it's just been hot, like 101, 102, 104. So yeah, sometimes you just get these years where gardening is hard. Last year, gardening was really easy. It was cool. It was a cooler summer. We had rain. We weren't in a drought like we are now. So sometimes it kind of just depends. And it's literally like 101 out here right now. Out here weeding. So the sun is about to go over our fence. So it's not going to be too much worse for long. But it's kind of what's been going on this year. It's been a tough year. One of the new things I planted this year was this Roselle hibiscus. And like this thing is nearly 5 foot tall. I'm 5 foot tall and it comes up to like my neck. So everything that I Googled said it blooms like September, October. So it's doing really well. It's very pretty. Every time I turn around, the trunk gets like thick. Like look at that compared to just like your normal steak. Like it's like a literal tree. So hopefully once this blooms, I'll be able to show you guys and we'll harvest some hibiscus together. Our garden has also been home to 2 litters of rabbits. One earlier in the year, maybe around April, and then we just, I don't know if you say graduated, they've left the nest for the second litter. And we have 2 Shih Tzus, so the dogs do not like the rabbits. So that was also kind of a challenge. The first time they were in my garlic, which was fine because I didn't really need to water it towards the end. But the second litter was in my tomatoes. And so I was trying not to water them because I didn't want to like hurt the little babies. So that was a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, we're here in the middle of August. It's going pretty good. We haven't seen a light at the end of the tunnel for our temperatures yet. The 10 days still has us out 101, 102, 103. So not quite the end, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can start, that decline into fall. I've had this pretty cool zinnia volunteer pop up. It's got some really pretty flowers on it. That one's pretty. They're definitely from some flowers of last year, but I like them. I ain't gonna be sad about having zinnias in my garden. There are definitely some bare patches. This was my garlic and onions. I didn't replant here yet. I wanted to plant corn. Obviously we're way too late for corn now, but that's okay. I do have some Roma tomatoes here that we can pick. Look at these beautiful guys. There's a couple of them. Oh, there's a few more down deep in there. Open one more. Nice little summer haul there. Open one more right there. My husband, for his birthday, I got him these. Oh my gosh, I've lost track of the name. Pink lemonade blueberries. I ordered 2, I think from Fast Growing Trees, and they sent 3. So we've got 3. Not sure where we're gonna put them yet in the garden. So at the moment, they're in these planters. I have plans next year to move around some of these smaller beds and change some of these L-shaped beds into just 8x4 beds coming up. So then I think I'll have room along the fence for the blueberries, but at the moment I don't. And then here are the tomato suckers that I have propagating in water. It's too hot for them to fruit, but at least they're in the water, they're getting rooted. So hope to plant these out maybe in the next week or so. I'll pull all the dead ones out, and that way we can have some new tomato plants. I didn't really do a good job of labeling these. I kind of just cut off whatever looked good, whatever was nice and healthy. So it might be a little bit of a surprise. I know this one is Barry's Crazy Cherry. I know that one for sure. The rest are just a bunch of cherries and then some slicers, pretty sure. I planted a squash vine. Ah! Okay. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see? Do you see these? These leaf, what are these called? Leaf-footed. Ah, they're flying away. These guys are all over my garden this year. They're all over my tomatoes. They were apparently on my, oh gosh, I can't even remember what this thing is called. Zupicano rampicante squash. Apparently squash vine borer resistant. Clearly not leaf-footed bug resistance. Here's my sad cucumber plant that has actually given us probably 15 to 20 cucumbers. I think it's the Ashley variety. So it does really well in heat. Oh, look, there's kind of one. You can tell this guy's been on here a little too long. But they have the burps or whatever they are, so they're kind of spiky. But they kind of just come off. Look, the sun went behind a cloud. So I have shade for like 3 seconds. But maybe I can get seeds from this guy at least. Here are the sad and diseased tomatoes. I wonder if he's still over here. I saw what are those long worms? The tomato hornworm. I saw one over here the other day. Oh, I don't know what's flying. And I really just didn't care. I was like, have at it, guy. But I don't see him. You can tell where he's been. He was here last night. But I don't see him at the moment. But if you guys see him, holler in the comments. All right, we are getting cheeky hot out here. So I'm gonna head inside. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.